Doing some Grixis Shadow. Go to 2-man queues for this. So, how's everyone doing this morning? Hope you're enjoying some Modern on Magic Online. Has anyone had a chance to play Arena yet? See how they feel about that? Alright. Be on the draw, which is unfortunate, but such is life. I think this hand's pretty reasonable. If we can find a black source. Is that turn 2 Tasigur? Alright, Field of Ruin, sure. Radiant Fountain. No idea what's going on over there. Okay. I don't even know what to say there. Mono blue control of some kind? Question mark? That's a bizarre one. So we definitely want Stubborn Denial. Feels like we might want at least one copy of Dreadbore for Torrential Gearhulk in case they resolve it. Pyromancer, maybe Liliana. I think Liliana might be too. Try it like that. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. This is kind of awkward because we don't really want to give up any of these spells. Could just get stuck on lands and die here. So mono blue control. Alright. guess we just Snapcaster Bull here and hope they don't have a counterspell. Alright. Definitely want the second Dread Boar for Thing in the Ice. And then... with Gearhulk and Snap, I don't think that's enough to justify Leyline of the Void in this matchup. It's quite an ambitious hand against Grixis Death Shadow. They want to trade a land drop for my Young Pyromancer. I think I'm okay with that at this point. Didn't figure the answer would be yes. Obviously, our next turn, our opponent should have access to a 6th land here. Let's go to combat. This will force them to burn their first Torrential Gearhulk. Thanks for the host, Professor French. Hope everyone's having a good day over there. Alright, opponent taps us down. So now we have the risk of, if we Thoughtseize this and they draw a Snapcaster Mage or another... Actually, no, we're just... this is the first match with this deck. We're up against Mono Blue Control. So I have to Thoughtseize here, otherwise we're just dead on board. Because that plus that equals game over. Yeah, so I have to, and the second Pyromancer means I'm not dead, it's just like a Vapor Snag. I'm dead anyway. Well, I mean... I guess we have to take Psionic Blast here? Chump that. Yeah, I guess we have to take Psi Blast. There is no current record because we're not in a league. We're just playing 2-man queues. But this is interesting. So our opponent's hand's currently Search for his Kanta and Torrential Gearhulk. And then we just died to Psi Blast anyway. So it didn't matter what we took, we were dead. Actually, no, they can't 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't Gearhulk and Psi Blast us. So that was the correct line. Interesting deck our opponent has, though. I've never seen someone try to employ a mono blue control deck that wasn't Yep, we got there. Never seen someone that someone try to deploy a mono blue control deck that wasn't a as foretold deck. So hey, thanks for the follow. As I get what a day. As 2-man queues, you certainly run into some interesting decks. Thanks for the follow, DZN MTG. So our opponent, showed us Thing in the Ice, Snapcaster Mage, Torrential Gearhulk, Vapor Snag, Psi Blast, Disrupting Shoal. Trying to imagine how the rest of that deck would fill out Thing in the Ice, Disrupting Shoal. I mean, we keep this hand, but without a threat, this hand could possibly die and go nowhere. So, see what we're up against at least. Tron. Well, we're not going to stop the relics, so may as well go after their Tron setup. Those are the cards we know about for sure in our opponent's hand. So if we bolt ourselves, that puts that to 8. And then that plus Gurmag Angler's lethal next turn. The traditional bolt myself play. Oh, this deck with its lines sometimes are so silly. Definitely want the Ceremonious Rejection. Definitely interested in the Stubborn Denial. These Fatal Pushes can get out of here. Probably interested in a Dreadbore, but leave one Dismember in, one Dreadbore in. So how's everyone doing this morning? Everyone that came over from Professor French's stream? What was he working on today? Alright, so Um... This is a hand. So... we're on the draw. We'd have 2 shots at a land in 17. I don't think that's enough. Because the plus side is if we hit one of our blue lands, we can Thought Scour. I still don't think that's good enough. Two, 3, 5, 7. I think we have to bottom that Death Shadow. Because we don't have a guaranteed way to turn on Death Shadow yet, and yeah. Naturally, we draw the fetch land. But to be fair, that wouldn't have been the card we would have drawn off of if we would have topped the Death Shadow anyway, so. See if we can disrupt what's going on over there. Sylvan Scrying, Ancient Stirrings. So no matter what we do, we're not breaking up Tron here. So I think we go after Ancient Stirrings here, because that's their best way to dig for a threat. Yeah, you're right, we can't fight their threats, but at the same time, well, at least in this particular game, we couldn't fight them assembling Tron either, so we had to go after Stirrings. Hope we delay them long enough to kill them. It's unlikely to work, but hopefully they have, like, Karn here. Pyromancer might be interesting, but I don't think it's fast enough of a clock, regardless of how we shape it up. Well, maybe we'll try it on the play game 3, if there is a game 3. Walking Ballista? No, stone. Alright. Well, it's not really... See, your line of thinking isn't wrong. It's just you gotta take it on a case-by-case basis in a lot of games. you know, we couldn't break up Tron no matter what we did, so our only appropriate strategy was to try to fight them drawing a threat. Because they had 3 ways to find a Tron land. And if this is Ulamog, the game's over, so... Sure. Walking Ballista or Thought Knot? Either one's obviously a problem. So they have access to 10 mana here, so they can pump it twice. So right now I have 1 Dismember and 1 Dreadbore that answers that. This is either a Walking Ballista or an Ulamog. Neither of which are great for us here. Feels like a Walking Ballista the way there. Let's see what they go get here. I mean, because we're very obviously dead. I mean, see, Walking Ballista is yet another reason why I don't want Pyromancer in my deck. Like, it's so anemic in this matchup anyway. Like, I'm more inclined to get this Dismember out of my deck and get another Fatal Push in to answer the Ballistas than I am to bring in Pyromancer. I mean, I guess we bring it in because it's another threat, but it just feels so bad. Now we want Street Wraith here. Fatal Push is nonsense. Cut a Snapcaster Mage. Obviously, this hand's a keep. The question is, how do we want to sequence here? Put mulligans to 5. Mulligans to 4. Keeps their hand and scries to... the bottom. They have a dismember on top. That's unfortunate. So I guess I go ahead and Inquisition here. Do I Inquisition or do I Thoughtseize? I guess I Inquisition. There's a decent chance we hit some type of cantrip or something here. We really need to hit a land in these next two draw steps. Denial's not bad. Hopefully we hit a land here. Slow roll deck. There we go. Sort of. Deck is slow rolling us, man. Oh, snap. Tron land off the top. Wow. Lucky Tron players. I mean, our opponent ripped really good for a mulligan to 4. Opponent is cantripping. They are cantripping hard. So 6/9 mana. Wowzers. They hit a land, we're dead. Anything else, we're good, except for Worm Coil Engine. Do you hit a land? What is this? Please just be like a Karn. This feels like a walking ballista. That's a Worm Coil Engine. I think we kill you through Worm Coil Engine, friend. So they go to 7. Take 9? Woo! Tron players do Tron things. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was kind of insane. What's up, War Dog? Welcome back, man. Sorry for the fire alarms in the distance. Yeah, that was Tron being Tron, man. Thank you, Rajhar, for the follow. Sorry, I didn't hear that one earlier. Yeah, his hand's pretty decent. Sucks we're on the draw, but his hand overall is pretty decent. Mirror match, possibly? Pyromancer or the mirror match? Maybe Nether? Meanwhile, while we're waiting on our opponent, thanks everyone for hanging out this morning. Special thanks to Professor French for his host. If you're new to the channel, please consider following. We have quite a bit of streams that are going to be here on Monday and Friday mornings, as well as Wednesday evenings, and then randomly throughout the week whenever I can. I have a YouTube channel, which is where I've been streaming most of the time, but the link is below. Dismember, sure. Still not sure what our opponent's up to over there. Feels like they might be a Death Shadow deck. Stubborn Denial. Interesting. Probably should have held up, never mind. That Blood Crypt would have been obvious. That was our new card. This is like the Waste Not Arc-like Phoenix nonsense I played against before. They're not Storm, they're more of a... Yeah, it might be Waste Not Storm. Leave the Bolton, because sometimes these style of decks do have some creatures. Beyond that, what's the last couple cuts? I've seen various versions of stuff, but yeah, this looks like Waste Not, Eat Wreck. Good luck saying that 10 times fast. Waste Not, Eat Wreck. I think we might be playing an Australian, just from the YouTube mate. Just realized that response. Yeah. This hand's okay. Raven's Crime. What do we pitch here? gonna cry when we get smallpoxed here, but oh well. Fatal Push I'm entirely cool with. Feels like Raven's Crime flashback. Dreadbore is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. This build cannot beat Ensnaring Bridge. Good morning. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Glad to see everybody in chat this morning. Playing some Grixis Shadow, preparing for an RPTQ. Doing a little bit of light practice this morning. Played some blue-red Is It Phoenix in Modern before this. Waiting to see who joins the queue first, because I really don't want to play against snakes again. Just saying. That's not a matchup I look forward to trying. Go ahead and... This hand is interesting. One thing we're missing is a threat, but I think it's a keep. Against a 6. So play out our land, bobble ourselves. Gurmag Angler. That's a card I'm interested in drawing. Bogles. Okay. Don't tell me you drew a second Path to Exile right now. Well, good fake out by our opponent there. Yeah, that's my thought process too, War Dog. Spider Umbra I don't necessarily care about. Ethereal Armor or Daybreak Coronet's the one we want to care about this turn. Seriously? In case we happen to draw a bolt there. Sure. We're in the chump block here. We haven't burned through any copies of Teamer Battle Rage. Do I care about Spider Umbra? I don't think so. Whew. That was kind of insane. Alright, Mordog. Hope work isn't too hard on you, man. Alright, so definitely want engineered explosives. Probably interested in Anger of the Gods. Stummer Denial, most likely. Fatal Pushes aren't great. Dismembers aren't fantastic. Like, I don't want to get be stone cold to like a whatchamacallit. The core. Can't remember its name off the top of my head. So maybe I'm supposed to trim a couple of these bolts and leave a couple fatal pushes in. I know it's a potentially dead card, but we need to have some answer to that card if it shows up. Some consideration for Pyromancer, but they have enough cards that either trample over or ignore creatures anyway. So I think we just submit like this. We're not going to be able to get their Bogle, obviously, and they could have Leyline. Does this hand even do? I think we have to mulligan this hand. I suppose a fast Gurmag Angler into Double Teamer Battle Rage might be good enough against some of their draws. So I guess we'll risk it. But it does feel a little subpar of a hand. Yep, Hand's pretty garbage. I think we just take either Scout or Coronet and hope they play out Spirit Dancer. Do need to draw a land to make this a game, though. Or drawing a land anyway. Alright, so definitely leaving the pushes in as the answer to Spirit Dancer. Did that because they scryed to the top. Obviously, they think they need a land. Hopefully, I don't have another Bogle. It's unfortunate. That is a lot of annoying cards. cool. They took the greedy line. Seriously, they got another one? Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking here. Casted, it's got the biggest butt. The next turn we can snap bolt if we survive this turn. So now they have Rancor. I don't think Rancor alone's lethal. That is not lethal. Let's wait and see a path before we go screwy on a bolt here. Though I'm pretty sure their hand is Ethereal Armor. No, is Rancor and I don't think he does, because I think his path is his hand is Rancor and Leyline Sanctity, I believe. But still, technically correct play is this. Oh yeah, if we had path, we would just been dead. That's why I attacked first. But I'm pretty sure we knew their hand was Leyline Sanctity and Ethereal or Rancor from before. Though why they played out Seal of Primordium, I'm not quite sure. I guess mana efficiency. definitely think that was because of mana efficiency more than anything. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and call it a... Yeah, I understood why they played it, but I don't even know why they brought it in all honesty. Like, the only card Grixis Shadow has access to that would make sense would be Engineered Explosives? Is there any other cards that would make sense in that particular case for Grixis Shadow to have even had? Because obviously we're not bringing in Leyline in the Void against them. I can't think of any other cards that would make sense for Grixis Shadow to have. Yeah, E is obviously insane versus Bogles, but most Shadow lists are only running one at most. But, I mean, most situations, the Shadow player is just going to play and pop it at the same turn if they can manage it, so... It might be. I mean, personally, I'd probably bring in Gaddock over Seal, but I suppose there's corner case scenarios where the Grixis Shadow player plays it out preemptively, doesn't have 3 mana to pop it immediately, or situations like that. I can understand that, but that's still seems a little loose. I don't know if there's anything I want to change in this list quite yet. I was kind of happy with all the various pieces of the Buffalo we had. The Bauble Faithless Looting package seemed fine. I don't know. I don't think there was anything from those matches I can tell that I immediately wanted to change. Still like the Pyromancers in the board. Dreadbore could still be take it or leave it as a second copy. I'm not sure what I would replace it with. I obviously want additional answers to Liliana, Jace, Teferi. Honestly, can't think of any changes I want to make quite right now. I like the 3/2 Bolt on Path on push Bolt. Dismember's been fine in the main deck as a way to lose life / kill creatures. Like the 2 Battle Rage. Some lists are running 3 Snapcaster. I don't know. Snapcaster has quite a bit of utility. So, beyond that, I think that's going to be about it for this morning. Obviously played Izzet Drakes, played some Grixis Shadow here. Beyond that, I think I'm going to call it a morning. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I will be back again for sure Monday morning. If you guys want to tune in, be on around 5 or 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be practicing for some more RPTQ stuff. Probably see some Grixis Shadow or Just Got Control. If there's been any sweet weekend decks over the weekend, I'll probably play that before I get into the RPTQ practice. But I want to thank everyone for hanging out. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that follow button. If you like what you're seeing here, we have quite a bit of content over on our YouTube channel. Link is down below. And beyond that, thanks for all the follows today. Shilftik. Oh dear lord, I cannot pronounce that name. Shilfzik. War Dog. And everybody else that's been hanging out. So, hope everybody has a great day. And thanks for hanging out this morning. This has been Dusk for Dusted On Gaming.